Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hunter for those of you who are new here. If you're already subscribed, welcome back to my channel. So before we get into today's video, I do want to let you know two things. One, I'm filming this in a hotel bathroom right now in Los Angeles. Literally, shower right there. Number two thing I want to tell you is I was nominated by Christine Primrose here on YouTube to do the Flight Attendant Tag. If you guys don't know who she is, she's another flight attendant YouTuber here. Go check her out. I will leave a link down to her channel down below in the description box. Make sure to go show her some love, go subscribe, like her videos, watch her videos, and tell her that I sent you over to her channel. Like I said, she did nominate me for the Flight Attendant Tag. I've been nominated to do this before, but I've never sat down and actually filmed it. So I'm here in LA and I was like, you know what? The perfect time, I'm gonna sit down and film it. It's super dark outside though, and the bathroom had good lighting, so you know what? We are doing this thing right here, right now. It is 11:48 p.m. and here I am in Los Angeles filming this. Let's get right into today's video. I gotta find her DMs of the questions. I haven't read these over because I wanted my responses to honestly be genuine, so we're gonna get what we get here. First question is, how do you become a flight attendant? I get this question so frequently. You guys will be blown away how many times I answer this question. Guys, it is so easy to apply to be a flight attendant. I'm not gonna say that it's easy to get the job because that's not always the case. However, it is so easy to apply. So every year, airlines will open up their applications. You apply right online like most other jobs. You fill out the personal information, name, address, previous work experience, maybe take an assessment, and that is the gist of it, guys. You apply right on the airline's website directly. You don't have to apply through a third party. You do not have to go to school to become a flight attendant. Each airline will train you, so you just apply it right on the airline's website. Question number 2. Do you have any remedies for jet lag and bloating? So jet lag, to be honest guys, I don't really do a lot of long haul international flights. I'm pretty much domestic. I mean, I do internationals, but they're not back and forth transatlantic, not from here to Europe. Basically the longest flight I'll do is a little over 6 hours here at my airline, but they do make jet lag pills. I know Carrie Ann, if you guys watch her on YouTube, she has talked about those. She says they work really well. And for bloating, I recommend not to do a lot of intake of salt, especially with the designing water on the planes. I hear a lot of people get bloated from that, their feet swell up. So definitely try to cut back on the salt and eat healthy. I'm not the best to talk about that though. Question number 3, how many days off do you get in a month? At my airline, I'm pretty much guaranteed 11 days off a month. I believe that's the minimum. But this month I have 15 days off, I want to say, 15 or 13 days off, and then next month we have almost 20 days off. So you guys can play around with your schedule, move stuff around, drop trips, add trips, whatever you want to do. Working at an airline is probably one of the most flexible jobs in the entire world. Question number 4, how long is reserve for your airline? So for my airline, I would say reserve. When I started, I would say reserve was no more than 2 years. Now I am gonna say maybe 2 to 3 years, just depending on what base you're at. I'm at the most junior base right now, so reserve I would say is about a year. I can't really speak because of my base. I don't even think has been open a year, but I'm gonna say for my base a year. I was previously based in Detroit and I would still go back on reserve there. So I'm gonna say 3 years, 3 to 4 years really. But that's really good in the airline industry. There are some airlines you can be on reserve for 30 years. Count your blessings, guys. Reserve is not that bad. Well, I'm not gonna say it's not bad, but it's not horrible, okay? If that makes sense. 5, did you get to pick your base? So originally, no. When I applied for my airline, they were only hiring for the Detroit base. So all of my classmates in training were going to Detroit. That's, I think, why we're so close, because we all went through training together. We started in Detroit together. A lot of us had to move to Detroit together. So no, I did not get to pick my base. However, back in May or June, one of the 2 months, I transferred bases, so I did get to pick. I'm in Orlando now. We have a bunch of different bases to pick from, and it's pretty easy at my airline to transfer between bases. So you do have a say, but after you've kind of started with the company. But I know at some airlines they will do preferences. I know even at my airline, you can list your preferences of what base you want, and then I believe it is awarded in seniority order. Question number 6 is, how tall do you have to be for your airline? To be honest, I really don't think there's a set height requirement. However, I'm pretty sure that you have to be able to reach all the emergency equipment and you have to be able to shut the overhead bins. So as long as you can shut the overhead bins, I'm sure you would be okay, but there's no you have to be at least 5'5" or 6'9". No, I'm just kidding. But I don't think there's any set height requirement. I'm pretty sure the height and weight requirements are more for like the overseas carriers or the regional carriers because you can't be too tall on a regional. But at my airline specifically, there is no like set height requirement. Question number 7 is how many years of customer service experience do you need? If you want my honest opinion, I'm gonna say at least a year of customer service experience. I know airlines are mostly looking for customer service related jobs, so the more you have, the better chance you have at getting hired. But I would say if you have a year under your belt, you kind of know what you're doing at this point. They kind of see like, okay, this person has worked with the public for a while now. So I would say try to have at least a year under your belt before you apply, but the more years you can have in customer service, the better chances you have of getting hired. That is my opinion. That's not like the hard set truth. Like, I'm sure some people with no customer service experience at all have gotten hired, but that's just my personal and honest opinion for you guys. Question number 8 are tips on passing the video interview experience. So, I think the video interview is the hardest interview you will have when interviewing for an airline. I think it is harder than the face-to-face. I think it's harder than the phone interview. The video interview I think can be very awkward, especially if you're not used to talking on camera. When I first started applying to airlines, sitting there at my little webcam, I'm like nervous and like shaky, like I feel awkward talking to the camera. But I think since I've started YouTube, I'm very comfortable talking to a camera now. So my video interviews have gotten a little bit better. The main tips I would say are be yourself. Make sure to smile and make sure that you look the part. They're really looking to see like, does this person fit the role of flight attendant? Can they smile? Can they be friendly? Can they get their personality across to you in the video interview? You want to have your personality come out, not too much, but just the right amount so they can see like, oh, you have a great personality, he's fun, he smiles, and we can really see him working for our company. So be yourself, smile, and look the part. Question number 9 is what made you want to become a flight attendant? There's a whole backstory to this. When I was in college, I flew all by myself to Europe. I went to visit my friend Alexi who was studying abroad. I flew from JFK to Dublin, and I think that was the first time that ever like sparked the interest in my head of becoming a flight attendant. I had never really considered the idea. I always loved to travel. I always knew I wanted to do something travel related, but I just couldn't put my finger on what exactly I wanted to do. And I saw the flight attendants, and I remember thinking to myself on the plane, oh, that's so cool, like they get to go to Ireland, like that's so fun, I wonder how long they're staying there for. But I was too shy to ask any questions on the plane. And then after that, I became obsessed with it. I was looking up YouTube videos, and I would say the 2 most influential YouTubers at the time for me were Trolley Dolly and Wonderfully Ali. If you guys don't subscribe to them on YouTube, please make sure to go do that down below. I will leave a link to their channel as well under Christine's channel. Go make sure to subscribe to them, like their videos. They are 2 of the sweetest girls here on YouTube. They are seriously both so nice, and their channels really did inspire me to become a flight attendant. I saw 2 different perspectives, 2 different flight attendants. I'm like, wow, that is so cool. They're always on these fun layovers, they're hanging out with their crews, they're seeing all these cool cities and airports, and that kind of like lit the fire inside of me to start applying for flight attendant jobs. Question number 10. Advice for new flight attendants. Alright, so advice for new flight attendants, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to be real with you guys. It does get lonely. It does get hard. If you haven't saved money, you're going to be poor. You're going to gain some weight. You'll make it through though. My first 6 months as a flight attendant, I did not know if I was going to be able to keep doing this job. I was constantly finding myself alone in hotel rooms. I felt like my crew wasn't connecting with me. I felt like my crew didn't want to hang out with me. But I think that was because I was shy and I was nervous to like hang out with the crew. And I definitely gained some weight. If you guys look at me from my previous videos to now, definitely can tell I put on the flight attendant 50, we'll say. And it is not always easy starting off on reserve and being very poor. You don't make a lot of money your first year as a flight attendant, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But the best part about it is you have one of the best jobs in the world, the most rewarding job in the world. You have so much freedom and so much flexibility. Once you can push through the hardest part about this job, it is smooth sailing, guys. I promise you, just keep pushing. There were so many times when I first started where I'm like, I don't think this is for me. Maybe I can go find something else. Maybe I can go work at the airport for another airline or my airline. But you know what? I pushed through and I have never been happier. I genuinely mean that. I'm not saying this for the video. I have never been happier with my airline. Things are going so smoothly. I have my line, I'm working my trips, and everything is going good. I get to work with my husband when I want to, and if I want to break from him, I can go take my own trips. So it has been going super smooth, guys. Just push through the first year, I would say, first 6 months to a year, and I promise you things will start to get better. Alright, and there is one more bonus question on here before we go, and that says, is there anyone you would like to collab with in person from YouTube? It could be beauty, lifestyle, or even a fellow flight attendant. So I'm gonna pick 2 famous YouTubers and 2 flight attendant YouTubers. My famous YouTubers I'm gonna pick are Shane Dawson, because I love his videos. They are so good. The editing is crazy in them. He is so interesting to watch. I love his Jeffree Star series that just came out. And then the second famous YouTuber I'm gonna pick is... Honestly, this next one is gonna sound weird if you guys don't know who this is, but I'm gonna pick Gabby Hanna. I genuinely really like her videos. Gabby and I are both from Pittsburgh. I followed her when she was on Vine because I found her through people in Pittsburgh, and then I just progressively followed her from Vine to YouTube, and I think she's so funny. She's so down to earth and she keeps it real. So definitely would love to collab with her one day, even though I know that's virtually impossible, but you know what? We can dream. We can put our hopes out there. I'm not gonna shut it down. And then the 2 flight attendants I'd love to collab with are, I was gonna say Christine Primrose for this, but I consider this video our collab because she tagged me in it and I'm talking to her about it. So I consider this our little virtual collab. Moving forward, I would love to collab with Kat Nesbitt. I love her videos, her editing, everything about her videos is so on fleek and cool. And guys, her thumbnails blow it out of the water. I'm like, dang girl, she is good at this whole YouTube thing. I definitely take a lot of inspiration from her channel. And the second collab I would want to do is with Wonderfully Allie. I loved her channel. I told you guys she inspired me to become a flight attendant. We work for the same airline, so maybe we'll have a trip one day and we can do a quick collab on the plane. But those would definitely be my 2 flight attendant YouTuber collabs. I've collabed with a few other flight attendants like you guys have seen on my channel, and it has always been so fun. I've made so many new friends through YouTube, and I love that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching my flight attendant tag video. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys have any other questions that I didn't get to answer, I would love to answer your questions down in the comments. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up for me. Go check out everyone's channel I linked below. Share this video with a friend so they can know all about the behind the scenes life of a flight attendant. Make sure if you haven't already to click that red subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I will be uploading a flight attendant vlog in the next week. Like I said, I'm on a trip right now and I'm vlogging. So be sure to look out for that. And leave me a comment down below. You guys know I respond to all your comments, good or bad. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, good night.